Hello. Sarvastartu durgani sarvo bhadrani pashyatu sarvasad buddhimapnotu sarva sarvatra nandatu. Hari Om. That's it. My respected friends sitting on the dais and the dear audience, ladies, gentlemen, Swamijis, little kids, children. This is the prayer usually the Hindus they do. Sarvas taratu durgani. Let the difficulties of everyone be removed. It's not the prayer for only for the person who is doing the prayer. It's prayer for the whole universe, for all people. Sarvas taratu durgani. Sarvo bhadrani pashyatu. And the second line it says, let everyone see the good things in each other. Sarvo bhadrani pashyatu, sarva sadbuddhimapnotu. Sadbuddhi means the positive thinking. Let everyone have the positive thinking so that they can appreciate others. Sarva sarvatra nandatu. Let everyone be happy everywhere. And this prayer they used to do nearly 6,000 years before. And that prayer continued all through, and that is what Hinduism is. Here I was reading the Matthew's Gospel, and in the chapter 5, 43 verse, he said, the Lord said, Jesus, you have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But in the next verse he said, but I say to you, love your enemies and pray for your persecute you. Pray for those persecute you. See, here the same love, same expression is there. Afterwards, if we go through the Bible, we find that again in Mark, in the chapter 12, verse 31, he said, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than this. In the Luke, again we find, but I say to you that here, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you. These are the wonderful words in the John, the Gospel. Here also we find a new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, even as I have loved you, that also love one another. So you also love one another. Everywhere we find the Lord Jesus, He is asking us to love one another. And we find in all the religion, they are asking to love one another. Then what is the problem? Why we can't? This is the question. And that is why we are all over here. Everywhere we are meeting. Why the religious people are coming and telling this? Because religion actually gives the representation of the human mind. All the religions faith that has come out, all the religions that we see nowadays in this world, is the expressions of the human mind. What we feel. There's one person, he was very critic. And he used to say, the God loved those who is offering good food to God. And this is nepotism. This is not good. Those who are offering good food to God, God takes them to heaven. And those who are not liking God or not going to the churches or temples or mosques, God sent them to hell. And he was, let us suppose that he was a powerful reporter, he was reporting, and God thought, why? Then he contacted that person and said, why don't you come and see what is hell and what is heaven? Yourself, you see, I don't do anything. Then the man went over there, the reporter, he saw. First he went inside. He saw it was a lunchtime, and in the hell, all people are sitting on the dining table, neat and clean, good food, everything was there. But one very peculiar thing, each and every one was having a long spoon, handle is big, and that is tied from in the hand so that they cannot fold the hand. Bell went, people are supposed to eat, but they cannot eat because they cannot fold the hand. The handle of the spoon is tied in the hand. And immediately the whole area became really hell. They started fighting with each other, throwing the food because they're hungry, they can't eat. Then the gentleman said, yes, I can understand this is hell. And where is heaven? Next room. They took him to the next room, and he found the same thing. And same type of spoon is tied, the long handle spoon tied in the hand. But those people are eating nicely, enjoying, chatting. How? Helping each other. Those who were sitting on the other side of the table, that this man is feeding him, and he is feeding this one. So they are enjoying the food. And that is called Parashparam Bhavayanta Sriya Param Abhapsata. In the Bhagavad Gita, it says, if you are helping each other, you are enjoying, both of you, every one of you. That is the truest religion. Religion means unless and until we realize the divinity within us and the same divinity with others also, then it is incomplete religion. It is not religion at all. Each and every religion says that God is creating this universe, that God has created. Then if He has created, then each and every one is a brother and sisters. All we are related. From the same parentage we are coming. Why can't we help each other? This is because there is a ego, small ego, E-G-O, only 3-letter word. But that is creating the havoc. And the moment we are here, oh, we Indians, we have so many different culture, we have these, that ego is expressing. And so difficult to love others because of that small thing. We can't appreciate others. When the neighbor's son and daughter achieves a good result, we feel jealousy. Why not my son? Why not my daughter? Why can't we think that he also belong to us? Only that thought changes the whole universe. And that is why in the Bhagavad Gita, in the Hinduism that represents, it says, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mai pashyati. Tasya, the yo mam pashyati sarvatra, he who sees me in everything. When you see the God in everything, what you will do? That love will come. Love means the most purest expression of God. What is God? Swami Vivekananda said. What is the definition of God? What is God? Then he said, L-O-V-E. Love is God. And the first thing that we see, every child, when you understand and when you look, first thing that we see is the face of our mother. And why? Because she loves us so much. So the first expression of religion we find from our mother through love. And then that love is within us. But only small cage. We have to give a big one, expand it. And that expansion will be all over. We have become monk. We have left our hearth and home. We have left our everything that was mine. The gentleman who was driving me, he was asking me which place you belong to, etc. I told, see that when we have left the hearth and home, we forget that we born over there, this is my language, this is my this. Whoever comes near me, with whom I am leaving all my sisters and brothers, they are my own. That is the teaching of the sannyasa. It's not only giving up, it is accepting. Accepting each and everyone. That is the highest of religion. Accepting everyone. And when we are going to accept, there are so differences. Please tell me, is it okay?
1 minute.
Good. So, when the differences are there, but if we can't appreciate that, as because that person is behaving this moment in this way, maybe that he is having some difficulty. Some person is helping me and he is friendly with me all through his life. Maybe only one time he did something and immediately I become cross with him and then I don't like to his friendship. Why? 99 times he was helping me, only once he couldn't. Can't I remember the 99 times? That expansion is life, contraction is death. Swami Vivekananda again and again telling, expansion is life, contraction is death. And why should we love? For our good only. If we love others, we will surely get love from others too. I pray to God, let us all learn this seriously. A very small group of people, they are sitting over here. But we are not weak. We are very powerful. Because within us, the power of God is there. If you start thinking seriously, that power of thought will go everywhere, inspire everyone, and the whole world will change into heaven, and we will live in heaven. With this hope and prayer, I conclude. Thank you very much.